Hi everyone, this is Julina Calbi Purka, a student of Bachelor of Science of Social Work, tackling one law that is under the social welfare legislation. In Philippines, many domestic workers or kasambahay are being abused of their own employer. Yayas and kasambahay are valuable to the household. They take care of the children, prepare our daily meals, keep the household clean and more. But while trustworthy helpers are treated like real family members, there are some who unfortunately suffer abuse from their employees. Philippines are promulgated the Act instituting policies for protection and welfare domestic worker, RA 10361, also known as Domestic Worker Act or Batas Kasambahay. This law, signed by President Benigno S. Aquino III on January 13, 2013. The Act provides for protection of domestic workers against abuse, death, bondage, and words of child labor. According to the law, individuals who are 15 years old and above are permitted to be employed as kasambahays. Those below 18 years old would need the consent of their parents and guardians before employment, and their work hours would differ from kasambahays of legal age. Under the Article 2, rights and privileges of workers have standard treatment. Bird, lodging, and medical attendance. The employer shall provide the basic necessities of domestic worker to include at least 3 adequate meals a day and a human sleeping agreement that ensures safety. Also, a domestic worker must guarantee a privacy, right to education and training, and prohibition against privilege and information. Under Article 3, which is pre-employment, Section 2, Employment Contract. An employment contract shall be executed by the between domestic worker and the employer before the commencement of service in a language or dialect understood by both the domestic worker and the employer. The domestic worker shall be provided a copy of duly signed employment contract, which must include the following: duties and responsibilities of domestic worker, period of employment, compensation, authorized deduction, hours of works, and proportionate additional payment, rest days and allowable leaves, board, lodging and medical attention, agreements on deployment expenses if any, loan agreement, termination of employment, and any other lawful condition agreed upon by both parties. The Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE shall develop a model employment contract for domestic worker, which shall at all times be made available free of charge to the domestic workers, employers, representative organization, and the general public. The DOLE shall widely disseminate information to domestic workers and employers on the use of such model employment contract. Furthermore, with the help of government, it extends social security and public health insurance to the sectors and provide for mechanism for a quick response to abuses and accessible means to redress grievances. The new law improves on the provision of the Labor Code of Philippines on household helpers and other related social legislation. The law derived guidance from Domestic Worker Convention of 2011, number 189. The measures enshrined in the Act are also meant to provide a strong basis for Philippine government to negotiate bilateral agreements with the host states to protect the interests of Filipino women domestic workers. That's all. I hope that you'll learn something.